Hello, good evening or afternoon. Is it late afternoon or early evening? I can't tell. Um, but I just wanted to jump on live really quickly for the first time since I've been back. I apologize for the live in Jamaica. They have these rolling blackouts, and so it would just drop off. The connection would just drop off. But I just wanted to come on real quick and I wanted to ask a serious question to those who are on here right now. And I just want to know, is marriage becoming extinct? Like, the marriage rate is dropping dramatically in the last 5 years. And there are a lot of reasons why that is. The men are telling me that they're no longer interested in marriage because it doesn't benefit them. It doesn't benefit them financially. It doesn't benefit them emotionally. It doesn't benefit them sexually. Dang. I'm like, golly, that's messed up. Hello. Yeah. Has marriage become extinct? So, I don't know. Y'all tell me. Okay, I think I got a request to join. Vic Colvin. We're going to bring Vic on. Let's see if we can bring him onto the live. Let's see what happens. But yeah, this is, okay, maybe not. And so how do you all feel about that? Do you want to get married? So just by a display of, a hand raised, do you want to get married? Is that something you still desire? And what are your thoughts about it? This idea that people, so it's not even men, there's some women out there who say, no, I don't want to get married. They don't see the benefit of it either. And yeah, I hope not for my kids' sake. Yeah, it's becoming antiquated and outdated. Those are some of the words that people use about marriage. And it's so interesting to me because, both of my parents have been married multiple times. And you could say something about that, but the one thing that I take away from that is that they believe in marriage. Like, that's something they want, and that's something that they're going to keep at. They're going to keep trying. So even if their marriage ends, they're going to meet someone and they're going to marry again, because for them, and I mean, they're from a different time, but for them, marriage is the thing to do. Marriage means something. Okay. He says, I want to get married. Good. She says, I want to get married. All right. Good. Okay. I got 2 requests to be in the video. Oh, I don't see them now. Okay. They have gone away. Okay. I had a request to be in the video. I got another one. I would like to get married one day. Marriage will reveal you to yourself, for sure. Now, here's the thing, though. I think you should know who you are before you get married to some extent, right? If you get married young, you're going to do some self-discovery throughout your marriage. And hopefully your marriage gives you room to do that. But for those of us that are 40 plus, like, you should have a pretty good idea of who you are. You should have a pretty good idea of your strengths and your weaknesses. You should continue to do that work to be a better person. So marriage shouldn't have to reveal a whole lot to you. You should kind of know who you are. You should know what your triggers are. You should know what your shortcomings are. And you should be actually revealing that to your partner. So I reveal to the people I date, okay, this is an area I struggle in. This is something I'm working on. This is an area of weakness for me that I'm actively working on. I don't need them to reveal it to me because I've already revealed it. So we've got to do our own personal work. But there's a breakdown that we're seeing in just the standard that is marriage. Right? For me, marriage is the highest standard of commitment. And to me, the fact that marriage is becoming extinct, it also shows that there is an overall lack of commitment, period. So to me, people struggle with being committed, period. Like they're not committed to a favorite food or drink. They're not committed to a favorite coffee shop. Like they're not committed to anything. So of course, we're not going to ask them to commit the rest of their lives to a person because most people can't commit to anything. Not only do I want to get married, I want my happily ever after. Okay. All right. But yes, hello from London, England. Um, I still believe in marriage. And I actually believe, I'm a person of faith. Okay, I have a request in. I can't find it. Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to give it a second. Yeah, I cannot find it. Let me see if I can request you. Okay, there we go. I'm going to invite you because I could not find it on my end. My apologies. Marriage gives you the ability to learn how to walk in love. Marriage is a ministry. Good afternoon. Good evening. Okay.
Good afternoon.
What's your first name?
Philip.
Philip, it's good to have you. So Philip, share with me some of your thoughts or opinions about marriage and how most people don't want it anymore.
And I'm in my third marriage. I believe in marriage, but I know why men don't want to marry or get remarried, and that's because they've been burned and divorced. I went through a 3-year horrible divorce, and financially it took a toll on me, and most men can't afford to go down that path again, especially in their 40s and above, because it's too detrimental to their future.
Right.
And then they've had issues with their kids, trying to see their kids and be involved. And, some people use children as pawns, and men don't want to go through that.
Right.
And, it's really, it boils down also to a matter of how much are you willing to work for it. It's work. Right. Marriage is work.
Mm.
I love my marriage now. It's about 5 years. And greetings from Panama. We just moved to Panama.
Oh, cool.
But, you really have to be in it for the long haul. You really have to put the effort in. It's not going to work itself out. It's not going to solve the problems. You really have to work at it. It's not free and it's not easy.
That's
but
right.
you gotta commit to saying, no matter what, I'm going to stay in it.
Wow. Well, I worry about that level of commitment that you're talking about, because it's like a lot of people today, they don't have that.
They don't. They have a lack of patience, and
right.
They realize that they have the option to not commit to things.
Yep.
And they are I think we have several generations of non-committals.
Yeah.
And it's easy for them to just walk away and move on.
Right.
But the problem with that is that you have a smaller pool of people to choose for marriage.
For sure. But we got to be patient. I agree with you. And that's interesting what you say about family law, because I hear that over and over, men getting burnt in family law.
Every time.
So that has to be, that is the crux of the problem.
Oh, yeah.
The family law. We do.
It's huge. It's huge. I was in a forum of men who were single parents. And most of them were trying to basically, establish relationships to be able to see their kids. And the trouble the hoops that you have to go through are just ridiculous. And the courts are getting better now as far as men being the custodial parents. But when I went through my divorce, oh my gosh, my house went into foreclosure twice. And it just kept getting drugged on because of the financial aspect. But some people don't consider the child.
No.
And, you have to, and if you think about whether people really want to commit to co-parenting, it's a hard route to go. It's hard to co-parent with someone whose focus is financial.
Yeah. Well, you seem committed to marriage because you continue to try.
And I'll tell you why. And I'm not afraid to tell why I'm committed to marriage. I'm committed to marriage because I realize that, being 55 and retired, I don't want to be alone. I want to have someone to do things with. And I realize people don't realize that there are people in this world that die of loneliness.
Yeah.
It actually is a thing. And so being by yourself and having all the resources to do whatever you want, you eventually get tired of doing it by yourself.
Right. Good. That's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up. But one of the things that I respect about people who've been married more than once, because sometimes they get a bad rap, but I respect it. I respect people who are willing to keep trying. I always respect someone who tries, as opposed to if you were 55 and had never been married.
Right.
There was no one. There's no one out there.
But you know what? You bring up another good point also. That's another side of the coin. People that are, and I say this because I have a member of my family that's 53 and he's never been married. They are, to be honest, I hate to say it, a lot of them are ill-equipped for marriage mentally because they don't know what it's like to cohabitate with a person for a long period of time.
Right.
And so when something goes wrong, they can just walk out because they're not used to it. And so that's another issue. I have quite a few of my classmates that aren't married and they're in their 50s.
Wow.
And, they're constantly saying, well, the men are garbage. No, the men aren't garbage. I mean, not all of them. I mean, you're 55 and you're expecting a man that's well off and committed and, resourceful, established to marry you in your later years. I mean, and then, men will get a bad rap, and I'm not going to choose just one side, but men will get a bad rap because they choose younger women and they're in their 50s. Well, I mean, when you pick someone older, you're going to pick up more baggage, whether it's physical, whether it's emotional, or whatever. So men are going to go for whatever they feel is going to be easier on them.
Right.
And the same with women. You've got a lot of women now, older women looking for younger men.
Right.
That's because you got men that have hip replacements and physical challenges and emotional challenges. So, that's the other side of the coin. As you get older in age, your pool gets slimmer.
It does. It does. But women don't want to come to terms with that. Some men, but that is true. That is definitely a truth. But here's what I've been telling people forever. So you must travel light. Like you must travel light. I've been through it, but I don't look it. I travel light. I forgive. I've always told people this. My secret to looking so youthful is that I forgive people. I do not hold grudges. And, I wish everyone the best. I want to be happy and I want other people to be happy. So, yeah, I tell men and women that. Travel light. Travel light. You shouldn't look like all that you've been through. You got to shrug some things off. Let it go.
and that's a lot to say, and it's factual because, people are quick to be withdrawn quickly on something that doesn't agree with them. So they're like, I don't have to deal with it. I'm done. And that's a lot of us sometimes. Depends on what it is. One of the things my wife has taught me is grace. And I was one of those people, you wrong me, I'm coming after you at some point. And I will take my time getting back at you. But it wastes so much energy and it wastes so much time in your life.
Yeah.
It's better to let it go. Now, there's some things I still won't let go. I'm sorry. They deserve to be punished. But for the most part, you have to give grace. You have to forgive people because if you don't forgive them, you carry that burden into your life, later life. And it's just a weight. Because, someone once said, why would you allow someone to live in your head rent-free?
For sure.
And that's what you're doing. You're allowing someone else to live in your head rent-free. Let them go. Let them go. Or charge them something.
See, there you go. There you go. Thank you so much for your wisdom. How is Panama? How's the weather there? You're living there now?
Oh, my God. 75-degree low, 88-degree high. Panama is beautiful.
Sounds amazing. And I'm sure it's affordable to live there.
Yes, it is. My wife and I, we just bought 22 acres. And we built our first container for our container home. And the weather is the same all year. It's amazing. The people are amazing. I got up this morning, I ran a mile on the beach. I couldn't ask for anything better.
All right. Well, God bless you and her. And I'm glad that you found each other. Every time I hear a story like this, I'm like, okay, I'm not crazy. There are people out here who want to get married and, like you said, spend their life, the rest of their life with someone, because it's important. We're
It is.
built to be with each other.
Yep.
We're built to be with each other. And that's why a lot of singles are unhappy, because you're built to be with each other. So,
Right.
yep, yep. But good. Thank you so much for joining
Thanks
me
for having me.
today. All right.
Take care.
Mhm. Okay, there we go. Oh, wow. See, that encourages me. Stories like that encourage me. They really do. And I'm a pretty positive person anyway. And I hope that positivity is infectious for those of you that, have the whole, oh my gosh, there are no great men out here, or all women want to use you. Um, so I hope it encourages you. I hope it keeps you encouraged and uplifted, that there are people, even, in their older years, that want to get married, and they're getting married. I had a couple that I had did their premarital counseling this year, and they got married last month. I think they're 53, 54. And it was the woman's first marriage. It was the man's second marriage. And they got married. And I'm tickled about it. I really am, because it gives me hope. So I want you all to believe that there are great people out here. There are people out here who want to, so I call it DADE, DADE. I call it DADE. Every marriage, every relationship needs DADE. And that is daily attention and daily effort. And sometimes people hear that and they think, what? I have to do something every day? And I'm like, look, look, it's just like if you had a puppy. It's just like if you had a kitten. It's just like if you have a plant or you have a child. Yes, it requires daily attention and daily effort. So that puppy needs to be fed. That kitten needs to be fed. That puppy needs to be walked or let out. Your child needs to be fed. They need to be loved and cuddled. You cannot miss a day. And your marriage is no different. Your relationship is no different. Daily attention and daily effort. Okay, that's what a lot of people are missing. Okay, you have got to, and here's the thing, and I got to get on ladies about this, because ladies believe, I don't know where they get this perception, but ladies believe that relationships exist for them. They believe that, the whole point of this relationship is to serve me. And that couldn't be any farther from the truth. Relationships are there to serve both people. And too many women are getting into relationships and focusing on what they're going to be getting, as opposed to what they're going to be giving. And every time I'm dating a man and he asks me to be exclusive, not only do I assess, can this man meet the needs that I have? Right behind that, I ask myself, what does this man want from me, and can I fulfill it? Can I give him what he needs? Okay? So if that man said to me, hey, I want to have sex every day, I would be honest and I would say, look, like, my body don't work that way. I can't have sex with you every day. Maybe every other day, but I can't have sex with you every day. My parts will be hurting. My parts will be, they won't act right. But maybe every other day. What do you say? Can we compromise? Like, we're going to talk about that stuff. And, oh, I like home cooked meals. Well, great, because I like cooking home cooked meals. I can give you a home cooked meal 5 to 6 days out of the week. Now, that's just me. Okay, I know other women don't get down like that. I love to cook, and I love to feed people that I love. Nothing makes me feel better than feeding people that I love. So I'm going to ask him, what do you want? What do you need? And then I need to assess if I can meet the needs that he has. But too many women, you all believe that the relationship exists. It's like an accessory. It's like an accessory. Oh, well, he gonna go with me here, and we gonna do this, and he gonna buy me this, and he gonna do this. And no, okay, what do he get? Like, what if he wants some stuff? Come on now. And that we can't maintain a marriage or a relationship like that. And I believe that while men are very loyal, I've always said this. And to some degree, men are very long suffering. That should not be the case. A man should get his needs met in his healthy relationship, and he should meet the needs of his wife. That's how that's supposed to work. So he meets the needs you have, you meet the needs he has. And ladies, my grandmother told me this, and my mother. Be hard to get, but be easy to be with. And what does that mean? Every man who's ever been with me, he knows what that means, which is Anita not rolling over and just, Anita not, I don't work that way. I'm hard to get. But once a man is with me, I am easygoing. I am relaxed. I'm relatively easy to be with. I don't have many things that I ask of my man. But trust when I tell you, it's hard to get me to that place. But that's what I always tell women, that be hard to get and easy to be with. And what we see out here a lot, we see women who are easy to be with, okay, and hard to get. And by hard to get, that's that little reel I made about men not having sex once they married. Like what's going on there? No, be hard to get on the front end and be easy to be with on the back end. Okay, that's how that should work. So you shouldn't want to lay down for every man you're with. No, it don't work that way. I don't know you like that. I need time. I need to vet you. I need to see who your people in them. I need to see who your mama in them. But once I have done my background check and I met all your people and your kids and I know what I'm getting and I agree to be exclusive and committed, I'm going to relax. And not relax in terms of, taking care of myself. That's never going to happen because I love me. But I'm going to relax in terms of, the requirements of you. Because in my mind, you've given me the highest form of commitment a woman can have. So once that ring is on my finger, we good. Like, okay. And I expect us to do daily attention, daily effort. But it's not going to be a whole lot of hoops for you to jump through because that don't make no sense. Like, no, I know what you made of because I didn't put you through those paces. And now, we're here to meet each other's needs. But the relationship does not exist, ladies, for you. And let's say it did. Let me go here. Okay, let me go here. Let's say you do believe that. Then that means you are the guardian of the relationship. You have the responsibility for the relationship. And a lot of you all are taking on that responsibility. You want the man to do this and want him to go here and want him to buy this. Okay, but the relationship exists for you. You're the guardian of the relationship. So it sounds like to me that you need to have accountability for what's going on in the relationship. So be sweet, be kind, watch your tone, right? Maybe you can inspire your man. Maybe you can inspire your man into his healthy masculine energy since the relationship is about you. Something to think about. Okay? Okay, she says, my mother taught me that men is this and that and they not important, and I refuse to believe that narrative. Yeah, please don't. That is a very toxic narrative. Men matter, just like we matter. Okay? So, And the idea is that you're going to get your needs met and he's going to get his needs met. He has needs just like you do. He said, I'm all about them home cooked meals. That's me too. I live to feed my family. I live to feed my man. I really do. Nothing brings me more joy than feeding my man. So I'm going to be frank. Whenever I run across a woman who can't cook, I'll be like, what? Huh? What? Huh? What? You speaking foreign. You speaking a language I don't even know what you're talking about, because I get so much joy feeding my people. I really do. I really, really do. I got to remind them how you think your son would feel if he was treated that way. Yeah. Oh, he says, well, I'm going through a divorce now. I'm sorry to hear it. I'm sorry to hear it. If there was anything that you could do to repair it, to heal it, I would say to do that, because I'm going to be honest with you, it ain't fun out in these streets. Like, these streets is something right now. These streets is something. No. Yes, hard to get, but easy to be with. That is the formula, ladies. Okay? Oh, he says it's true. You don't have sex when you get married. And you know what's funny? We say that as a joke. We say that as some sort of running joke, and it's not funny. Like, there's nothing funny about that. It's crazy. Like, can we call it what it is? It's crazy. Why would you be married to a person and sharing your life with them and you're not physically intimate with them? That's crazy to me. No, I don't sign up for that. And I joked with a friend of mine the other day and said, yeah, we got to now put that in the vows. It's sad that we have to put that in the vows. But that is what consummates the marriage. That's why it's called consummating the marriage. And if you're no longer doing that, like, there's a big part of the marriage that is no longer there. So I don't understand it. Okay, easy to be with doesn't mean you don't have a request or requirements. No, it doesn't. I have needs. That doesn't make me needy. However, those needs are not so, huge and absorbent. They're not so all-encompassing. Like, one of the things that men have told women, and I happen to agree with this, they've said, women move the goalpost. They'll say they want one thing, and then the man will do that, and then they'll say they want another. And that's something that I have to check women on all the time. Stop moving the goalpost. Like, sit down, get to know yourself, and figure out what you want, what you need, and then that's what it is. Now, if something should change in your life, then you have a conversation. Don't change the goalpost. You just say, hey, babe, I know, 10 years ago, this seemed like what I wanted, or this was great enough for me. But now, I'm in a season where I need more of this, or I need less of this. That's perfectly fine. You're allowed to grow and change. But I'm not talking about in a season, or I'm talking about hour to hour, minute to minute. Y'all are moving the goalposts. No, don't do that. Do not do that. Oh, he said, you described my marriage. Yeah. Yeah. I'm praying for you, but yeah, I don't understand it. I do not understand it. And I be telling people, man, Lord, my next husband, y'all, I might have to take a break. I might have to take a break from social media. Y'all not going to see us for a while because it's going to be on like popcorn. Okay. So I don't understand it. I do not understand it. She said, I can't wait to get out of the streets. Yeah, same. I'm good. So, yep. But ladies, the relationship is not just for you. It's for him too. Okay. And so somebody's going to accuse me of being a pick-me, but that's all right. Okay. I think we need to make marriage great again. We need to make marriage appealing again to a man. And so that may look like, the camaraderie that you bring and the support, the loving kindness. That may look like home cooked meals. That may look like doing things together. That may look like the sexual intimacy. That may look like giving great ideas, being supportive, like whatever, right? I think we need to make it more appealing. And I've been saying this forever. I will continue to say this. I don't have a problem with the prenuptial. Like, I really don't. If my husband showed up tomorrow and he was like, Anita, I need us to sign a prenuptial, I'm going to sign it. And I'm not going to feel any kind of way about it. And so for women who say, no, the prenuptial, that just takes all the romance, that he don't really love me and he don't trust me. No, like I said, if anything, you're proving your love and trust for him. That, okay, we're in this together. And if ever something should happen and we're no longer, okay, we'll go about our business. We'll take what we came with and we'll go about our business. So I've always been down for the prenuptial. And lately I've had some men push back and say the prenuptial is not as ironclad as people think, but I think there are ways to make it so that if you have a woman or a man and you worry about family law, that you get a prenuptial. That's it. A woman doesn't have to be a chef, but scrambled eggs go a long way on Sunday morning. I agree. I can do more than that. I was constantly chasing the goalpost, tried the happy wife, happy life. No. That we don't do that over here. Men will be men. Men will not supplicate. Men will not acquiesce. I don't do that over here. And I certainly don't teach that. I want women to be women, but I want men to be men. And I want men and women to come together that are a good fit for each other. That's how marriage works. But I don't ask that men supplicate or acquiesce. No, I don't. Was never able to please her. And I can't tell you how many couples I've seen where I've told the wife that if a man cannot win with you, if he cannot win, he will stop playing. That's how men are wired. They must win every now and again. So even if they don't win all the time, just the fact that they're winning sometimes keeps them in the game. But if they cannot win, they will stop playing. So 100% agree. Okay, but the whole prenup thing wouldn't bother me neither. Yeah, it didn't bother me. So I don't know why women are tripping about it. Like, we have got to, and I know I do this. When I'm dating, I talk with men about marriage because I never shy away from it. I let them know that's my intention, to be a wife again one day. And I say, okay, well, what you want? Like, what you want? What would make marriage appealing? We can cut a deal. Tell me what you want. Tell me what it is you want and need in order for marriage to be appealing to you. And yes, I feel like we need to do that because, as the gentleman said, family law is tearing men up. And yeah, it just isn't attractive to them anymore. If they know that they're going to, meet a woman and marry a woman, and 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, they're going to lose just about everything. They're going to lose access to their children. Yeah, I wouldn't sign up for that deal. So we got to think about that. We got to make it appealing to everyone involved. And ladies, like I said, the relationship, the marriage, it's not just for you. It's for him too. The whole idea is that he gets some of what he wants and you get some of what you want. That's it. All right, I am running out. I got to meet a good friend of mine because I'm going to get fitted for some running shoes. I'm going to start running again. It's starting to get cool, and it is good running weather outside. Okay, good running weather. I got a question here. Why is he willing to shield his money but lay on all other physical, emotional, spiritual, and psychological issues on me? So real men don't. Genuine masculine men don't do that, right? They don't do that. They have supports outside of you. They have healthy friends. They have family members. Like, they don't do that. And so I want you to be mindful of that a healthy masculine man, it's okay if he wants to protect himself, and it's okay if he wants to protect you. Like, women are asking that men protect them, but not protect themselves. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Just like you're going to look out for your best interests, so should he. There's nothing wrong with that. He should look out for his best interests, and so should you. I don't tell anything different to women that I don't tell to men. The only difference is the polarity piece. There are expectations I have of men, and there are different expectations I have of women. Outside of that, my relationship advice is the same. Look out for your best interests. Look out for your best interests, right? And be willing to give and serve, because that's what healthy relationships are. But yeah, we're not saying he's going to lay everything on you. He sure shouldn't. But if he's saying, hey, I got burned in my first divorce, I love you, I want to be married, I just, cannot afford to go through another divorce and lose everything I have. And this would make me feel safe. with you. This would make me feel comfortable. This would make me feel the trustworthiness from you. And just like ladies, we need safety. We need trustworthiness. Guess what? A man does too. A man needs the same thing. He needs to feel safe. Just like when he's telling you some personal, vulnerable stuff, and 2 weeks later when y'all get to fighting and you throw it up in his face, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like, I just don't understand that. Why are you doing this to the person you claim to love? That person told you something in confidence in a vulnerable moment, and now you're throwing it back up. Don't do that. Don't do that. So, But I would say, I would sit down. I'd say, okay, we want to do this. What would make you feel comfortable? Here's what would make me feel comfortable. And then you hash out a deal. Most of what marriage is negotiation. I teach men and women how to negotiate. That's it. You have to know how to negotiate to get your needs met. You negotiate things that make you feel safe and secure and make you feel the trust. That's it. But I don't have a problem with prenups. I never have. I don't understand why women specifically are in an uproar. And the prenup can say whatever it is you want it to say. So you sit down and you figure it out. So, but yeah, we don't do the happy wife, happy life over here. We do the happy spouse, happy house. Relationships are for everyone in them, not just for one gender. Okay, everyone should feel good in their relationship. That's how relationships work. That's how relationships become long-lasting and happy and fulfilling. Okay, so, all right, I gotta go. I gotta go get fitted for my running shoes. Thank you so much for joining me today on the live. Stay tuned. I got another challenge for the ladies, and I'm gonna come up with a challenge for the gentlemen too, because I want the gentlemen, I want to give them some challenges as well. But thank you for joining me. As always, stay open to love.